This is happiness, to be everything at once. Be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbridled and unburned.
Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Mood Prep. My name is Dave Nixon, and today I'm going to go probably a little bit more personal, I suppose, than some of my other conversations. This is definitely a conversation that I've had with myself numerous times, and each time it kind of like is a new level, like a new layer of myself that I'm having the conversation with, right? And that is like, a lot of the time, we may find ourselves in a position where we want a different result. Now, it's interesting because we call it a different result, right? Or a specific result, a result that we're not currently getting. What we need to really understand is that that result, and if it's a different result than what you're currently getting, it's fucking called change. It means that we want change, right? Usually it's something external. Sometimes it'll be internal. Right, but the thing about this, and what's so crucial to understand, is that if you want a different result, internal or external, and just to clarify, external is maybe it's to do with money, maybe it's to do with how people treat you, maybe it's to do with not backing down from job interviews. It could be a bully, anything, right? We think that's external. It's not. It's all internal, right? At the end of the day, it's actually all internal, but at some point, we actually have to want change. Now, that change is a change in us, and we need to be able to have more pain associated with not changing than we do have with change. And out of the 6 human needs, 2 of them, one's certainty and one's uncertainty. And so we need a certain level of certainty. We need to know we're going to be okay and safe and survival, all that kind of stuff, to some degree. And I think that's important. But this certain level of uncertainty is crucial. It's almost one of the reasons why some people go out and create issues in their life, because their life is fucking boring, right? There's so much certainty. They know what they're going to get paid. They know what fucking time they start work, right? They know what their superannuation is up to scratch. Like, I'm not saying it shouldn't be, by the way, just to clarify. It's not a Freudian. Like, I'm just saying, like, everything's fucking lined up and they're just going crazy. And it's like, why am I not happy yet? It's like, happiness is, you don't wait for happiness. Because it's not true fucking happiness if you're waiting for it, is it? Happiness is understanding the now and the breathing. It's understanding your place within society as it is, not as it could be, right? It's being here, not hoping and waiting, or, getting there, so to speak. This is really important stuff to understand. And so, we need to be able to look at our situation and really, have foresight, looking in the future, to be able to have hindsight and go, on the trajectory that I'm on, how would that feel? What would that look like? Imagine myself in 10 years going down this trajectory and see what arises from that. If you're like, fuck this, right? Right now, you're not looking at that. You're just kind of stale and bored because, there's something worse than hating your job, and that's not minding it. Because if you don't mind it, you'll fucking stay there. And you'll not mind like 40 fucking years of your life. I'm swearing deliberately here because I'm trying to make an extremely important point. I don't want to say this politely. It's understanding, right, that if you're not tying more pain to not doing, then you're tying more pain to the idea of change, which means you'll never change. So at some point, you're just going to get sick of your shit. If you really want change, you're going to have to get sick of your shit, right? Because it's yours. It's no one else's. If you're sick of everyone else's shit, then you'll move and then you'll take your shit with you, right? Because everywhere you are, everywhere you go, there you are, right? Some sort of yogi quote. I don't know who the fuck said it. Everywhere you go, there you are. You take your issues. That's why if you just want to pack up and move and have a new beginning, it's like, there's no new beginning, mate. All the issues that you created in your last place, you'll take with you. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. You can't escape the work. And that work is self-work, it's unraveling, it's developmental work, and it's challenging, and it's hard. But here's the thing, you can't escape it. If you want the other side of that, if you want unconditional love, unconditional happiness, if you want to break through that kind of shit, then you can't skip out on the work. You can't just keep on buying shit off eBay to try and give you these little bouts of happiness and something to look forward to, right? There's more to it than that. Join a friggin' mastermind, go to a seminar, right? Read a friggin' book, reach out. It's not self-help, like it's so much more than that. It's a continual unraveling of your own mind and consciousness and understanding in this world, this one life that you friggin' get that you're not going to get back again ever. That's what it is. And you're going to be too proud to pick up a friggin' self-help book in quotations, so to speak. Like it's just understanding that if you're not looking down the future and going, here's my two avenues. I'm currently, every single moment of your life, you're in a fork in the road. Every single moment. And you have this opportunity to look and go, that trajectory looks like this, and that trajectory looks like this. And then you got to look at one of them and go, fuck that. Right? The pain to move away. You need to have the pleasure to move towards. We need to know where we're going and where we're going away from. That's really crucial, because then we have a really good understanding of if we're getting closer or not, and if we're getting further away from the shit that we don't want, right? It's really important to have both. You can't just keep on thinking positive. That's rubbish advice. Just think positive. It's like, well, no, it's not about that, right? It's not about good and bad, right? Because every now and again, these thoughts come past like clouds do, and they're what deemed are negative thoughts. And then you'll be like, I'm thinking negative again. And then you'll go back in the spiral bullshit. It's neither negative nor positive. It just is. And when we can see it for what it is, we get to see it for what it isn't, right? This is like, how's your day been? Good or bad? You know, there's a story, excuse me, and I've definitely told it before. It's a story of this farmer, and you know, his horse runs away. Neighbor goes, "Oh, your horse ran away. How bad? You know, that's how bad luck's that?" Farmer's like, "What am I to know about luck, right? And this is good and bad. Like, play along." And the next day, the horse comes back and it brings like 6 other horses with it. And then the neighbor comes over and goes, "Hey, how lucky is this? You know, yeah, your horse runs away, but now it's back with 6 other horses, and horses, you know, that's a lot of money." And he's like, "What am I to know about luck?" And the next day, one of the new horses kicks his son in the leg and breaks his leg. Now he can't work on the farm. The neighbor comes over and goes, "Oh, how unlucky is that? You know, now first the horse runs away, now it came back, brought more horses, but the new wild horse broke his son's leg. Now he can't help out on the farm." And he's like, "What am I to know about luck?" And the next day, a local gang comes through all the villages, right, to take all the able-bodied young teenagers to sign them up to the, you know, to the gang for the civil war that's occurring, whatever it may be. And the son can't go because he's got a broken leg. Like, this is a thing. It's just a continual fucking unraveling. We need to step away from this idea of good, bad, positive, negative, see it for what it is, and be really, really attentive about what it is we want to move towards and what it is that we want to move away from, right? People often say, they're like, "I don't know what I want though." It's like, you do, you just don't know how to get the shit out of the way. Because we do know what we want. At some point we wanted to be a ballerina. And maybe it's not a ballerina anymore. But the person that wanted to be a ballerina, you've got to get back in that mind. You've got to get back in that frame of mind to be able to figure out what is important to you today. Why was it a ballerina? What is it that is your purpose? These are the things. And I don't know what my purpose is. It's not fucking gifted to you. You create it. Right? Don't go around asking for the meaning of life. Give your life a meaning. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Stop letting people write your fucking autobiography. Write your own. I'm out. Team, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, big love. And if you found this beneficial, it would mean the world to me if you'd pass it on to someone else that you think would also find it beneficial. If you haven't already, jump on Facebook, search Mood Prep Online, come and join us in there and continue the conversation and book club. Big thanks to Cordy for helping me out with that as well. Otherwise, that's it. I'm out. Until tomorrow, peace and pizza. Kick today in the dick. Slay the dragon. I'll see you soon.
To be everything at once, be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbridled and unburned.